Good afternoon, morning, evening, depending on where you are on the globe. Welcome to TikTok Live here at Bloom From Within Love. I go by Bloomy. And yes, what you guys are looking at, Babe Cave. It is Mystic Monday here at Bloom From Within Love. Mystic Monday. There's a topic of discussion. Hopefully this is brief since it's not a tarot reading, so I'm just going to throw that out there in advance. It's not a tarot reading. It's not Q&A in that respect. This is actually a discussion, okay? Moderators, if you are coming in, I appreciate if you man the comments if you're here so I can focus on the discussion. It's going to be actually interesting. It's been on my mind for a while. I've been meditating on it for a while, and I felt guided at this moment, like this is the time to bring up this classic topic. But it's going to shine some light on what it really is and what it's not. Okay? Welcome everybody coming in. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day. I hope you got some rest since after yesterday, the fireworks show, everything that took place there. You know what I'm saying? If you're into that, I don't know, but it was quite interesting out here in Nevada. But yes, hope you guys are recovering and just, some of y'all are probably headed to work or on your lunch break. So I think you're going to find this a fascinating topic. It's going to be probably funny because I'm going to tell some stories. I'm going to share some things and make some jokes. But I'll be very candid, very raw. I'm going to allow intuitive messages to come through here. I'm just going to flow with it. Okay? But let me show you guys what it is. Let me show you guys. Hey, everybody coming in. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Mystic Monday. Topic, jealousy. Not everyone is jealous. Some people are, some people aren't. But I want to talk about it because it's a common thing. I mean, even when we look at tarot readings, right? The common thing, tarot readings, self-help, videos, posts, vlogs, it's a common thing. Everyone feels like if you start talking to people and listening to them, most people are telling some kind of a story or have some kind of saga or scenario where they feel like people are jealous of them, right? They feel like they're being treated a certain way. They feel like people are hating on them, giving them the evil eye, sending them bad vibes, bad juju, all because of jealousy, right? And it's actually true. I'm not going to say that this does not happen. I'm not saying it doesn't go on, but I'm going to shine some light on the difference, okay, between, it's jealousy versus something else, and I'm going to mention here in a minute. But this is what we're talking about here today. I'm holding it up for a reason. So all y'all coming in, you can see what we're going to be talking about. And for those of you who are asking, well, why? Why talk about this, Bloomy? Why talk about this in our cool babe cave, right? Because I feel like it's going to release some of you. I feel like it's going to, for those of you who have suffered from the jealousy, it's going to give you a little more heightened discernment between the difference between what is jealousy versus is it your own behavior in some way, right? And for those of you who are on the other side of it, it's going to awaken you to the reality that no, maybe it's because of some of your behavior and your conduct that maybe people don't want to be around, right? Not everything is about jealousy. Not everybody is stuck on 3D illusion. Not everybody is hell bent on that. Oh, you got a nice house, you have, a nice car, you got a nice job position, you make a lot of money, or you had all the bomb plastic surgeries, wigs, extensions, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody tripping. Yes, somebody said, yes, that is completely true. Yeah, not everybody tripping on all that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are a little bit more soulful, and I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, but there are individuals that are a little bit more awakened and evolved, and they're soulful, and their issues are more about how people treat one another, the energy you give to people, not so much of, let me one up you. We can't even have a decent conversation without it turning into, you ask me how I'm doing, but then as soon as I get into what's going on, then everything I said has turned right back to you and all of your materialism, right? So we are going to talk about that, you guys. Let me take a sip of my coffee and water real quick. So I can get the guidance. I think I want to light an incense. Do I? I think that'll be cool. I'm going to get us some nice incense going, y'all. Some opium around here. Get us some little vibey vibes happening. Right? Let's do it. Yeah, very interesting phenomenon. Hold on, I'm going to go the other way. Sorry. Yeah, baby. Ooh, smell good. Okay. All right, you guys. So, jealousy. If I feel guided, I may pull a card at the end or something. Y'all know I freestyle it around here. But Mystic Monday is about discussion. And then you guys can share your thoughts. Hopefully moderators see things that I don't see if I'm not paying attention to the screen here. But your experience, your thoughts, and things like that. So, for those of you who don't know much about me, I'm going to share that I am more than a tarot reader, okay? I am a certified Usui Reiki master and energy channel. But more than that, I have a very diverse background. So, in other words, first of all, I'm 45 years old. I'm up there in age. I've lived a little. Second of all, I have a diverse background. So I have education in behavioral health. I have education in business management. I have education in psychology. I have work experience in the medical field, in the dental field, in the behavioral health field. So the guidance and the messages that I bring is not as whimsical as it may appear. I find it ironic that people think that way. They assume, but it comes from a lifetime of accumulated experience and wisdom and education on top of carnation after carnation after carnation. Very old soul. Okay, I have a life path of 9. So the things that I share is and I'm just not, you guys, please bear with me. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, or I'm sharing this so you guys can understand where is this coming from and who is she, right? Who is she? So, jealousy, someone's essence, if you will, someone's aura, someone's creativity, someone's, there are individuals that subconsciously deep in there's a Why is he like that? Why is she like that? Why am I not like that? Right? And in turn, it provokes some kind of a treatment towards the target of that jealousy. Whether it be trying to kind of sabotage them, trying to, smear campaign, get people to turn against them or to get other people to see them in a certain light. Trying to steal from them, trying to copycat from them, trying to claim things as their own. That's at the root of jealousy. And at the root of jealousy is even deeper. It's fear, right? So, picking fights, trying to make the person that they feel jealous of feel less than because they're trying to raise themselves up. But they're doing it in a toxic way, not realizing that that is not necessary. But because they feel some kind of way, when they get around the energy or the individual that there's some kind of jealousy towards, there's a tendency to, first of all, look for a flaw. There's a tendency to want to nitpick something. There's a tendency to want to try to teach, right? Especially if they're jealous of someone's teaching creativity. Then that's going to be provoked, and so they'll get around the person and they'll try to create confusion so they can create heroism, false heroism of what they've done. But it was all provocation from being jealous and envious of someone. Probably ain't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably just in their own energy and minding their business and doing their thing, right? So, and it feels crummy. That's a very ugly, low vibrational energy, man. And it's exhausting. Now, what's not jealousy? I'm not going to get too deep into labels, but I have studied this and I feel guided and led. I'm qualified to speak on what I speak on. Sorry if it makes people bothered by that, but it is what it is. It's America, it is what it is. So when you're dealing with narcissism or narcissistic personality traits or mannerisms or ways, right, in individuals, people that carry that energy, right? Hear me out, whether they are aware of this or not, because narcissistic personality types are people who rarely are truly introspective. They may fake introspection for some type of a result that they're trying to gain, but they really lack true introspection, okay, and self-awareness on a consistent basis, right? So you will hear people that may be very, very super shallow, okay? Very shallow, very materialistic, very surface, very 3D. Here's my disclaimer. There's nothing wrong with stuff. This is not about saying, something's wrong with the 3D. We shouldn't want things. That's not what I'm implying. It's the overemphasis on that as supreme importance at the expense of treating humanity properly or at the expense of loving vibration, right? That's what that is. It's the imbalance. It's overemphasis on everything external, but the soul is raggedy. Overemphasis on accomplishing 3D. I want to get this. I want to attain this. I want to get to that level. I want to look like this. I want to buy that. I want to have this. Nothing is wrong with that, but it is when it is out of balance. Overemphasis at the demise or at the expense of the inside. Cultivation of one's essence, one's soul, one's energy, one's inside, one's people skills, one's emotions. Okay? People that are in the narcissistic vibe or energy, they too will perpetuate that people are jealous of them. Okay, especially the accomplished ones. Now, the ones that maybe have not accomplished anything in 3D, they may not result to that. But those that maybe on the surface have attained some things, and then let's say the people that were in their lives, maybe they're backing off, they don't want to hang around them anymore, whatever. They'll say things like this: oh my God, ever since I made it, I'm saying, because they think they made it, right? Ever since, I made it, ever since I got money, ever since I got a house, ever since, I'm saying, they liked me only when I didn't have nothing. Ever since I got this, now nobody don't want to F with me, I'm saying, because the roles are reversed. Here is the twist to this plot. That's not always true. Because see, what happens in the narcissistic type of dynamic, when they're in their lower places in life, like they've hit bottom or they don't have as much, they fake humility and they act a little bit differently around those very same circle of people. So those people were around them, maybe not so much because they didn't have things or they were low, but because maybe they weren't acting like pretentious, arrogant pricks. Because what happens when people aren't developing inside, all money and wealth and success does is amplifies whatever energy a person really operates in. That's all it does. It amplifies the truth. Okay? As when you get money, power, things in the 3D, it is going to amplify the nature of an individual. If the nature is truly pure and loving and high vibrational, the money and stuff ain't gonna change it. It's their essence. But when someone has not really done all that, their position of power, their status, their looks, their money, whatever, their accomplishments, but the insides are dead man's bones, or the insides are rotten, or the insides are not being developed, healed, dealt with, right? It's going to amplify everything low vibrational about them. Okay. And so, and as case in point, as such, the individuals that maybe were once upon a time cool with them or constantly around them, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to sit around this person. The whole conversation, the whole damn day has been about them. And no one wants to be around that energy. It's not that someone is jealous of whatever they're talking about. It's the lack, it's the utter self-centeredness, the arrogance, the braggadocious, the lack of interest in the other person that they want to sit there and listen to them brag. So what happens is people get tired of that. And some may not even verbalize anything, because there's often a lot of gaslighting in these dynamics. To try to have a conversation or bring something up, it's going to often be some projection, some gaslighting, and it's going to show enough turn into rumors and smear campaigns if the narcissist is angered and they didn't get their way, right? So some people just will simply start slowly backing away. So slowly starting to disappear, slowly starting to go, they don't hate the person, but they just go like, okay, I know that if I go over here, we're going to spend 4 hours. This is how this is going down. You know what I'm saying? They have a lack of empathy, especially if the other individuals that are their friends, family members, whatever, maybe going through struggles or whatever, they lack empathy. They lack it. And what I mean by that is, instead of being in humanitarian energy, when their friends come to hang out or be with them, instead of being balanced, it's like, I'm trying to buy this, I'm trying to get this, and I just bought this, and I just bought that, and I'm just getting this surgery, and I'm over here, and I just, what I'm saying? And there was 2 hours of them gone by, and the whole conversation was about them. Meanwhile, the person that they say to the world that they love, they haven't had not one sincere interest in them. Not one. They have not had no empathetic regard in their dynamic, not in what they say in terms of, yeah, I do. No, how they are conducting, right? And then they would be those ones that go around and say, oh my gosh, like I said, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? I can't see the screen much. I'm hoping my, and addressing the other individual. I'm sorry. I'm trying to grab looks here when I can, you guys. Sorry. Thank you guys for joining. Those of you who are coming in, moderators, help me out if you're here, because I don't want no one to feel like I'm not trying to ignore nobody. Y'all, I get in these conversations, right? I ain't even looking at the screen, right? That's why I got moderators, because I'm like, I can't do both. But I'm trying to get used to that. So, you know, I'm trying to bring a clear definition or a differentiation, okay? The next time people come to you claiming everybody's jealous, don't say anything, right? Just sit. Listen. Do that for a while. And then not only that, pay attention to their dynamic with you. Pay attention to when you go visit them, when you call them, when you know, is it ever a mutual exchange? Is there ever a sincere interest in who you are and how you're doing without it being about a competition and one up something? Just pay attention, because this is going to give you clues about whether or not what they're trying to portray about the other individuals, was it really jealous? Was those other individuals truly jealous? Or is it that perhaps that person's conduct, their lack of self-awareness, and their lack of empathy, and their lack of, oh, you're very welcome, whoever came in. Am I saying right? I need glasses. Positive. I think it says positive vibes only. I like that angle there. Oh, and I think it says 888. Yeah, baby. You're very welcome, dear. So, like, yeah, that's a tester. Like, that's one way you guys could, like, try to feel out what stuff really is, okay? I'm not saying we should judge. I'm not talking about attacking even the people that may be in a narcissistic-y type of an energy. It's for the sake of awareness and being able to draw the line and know, like, okay, this is what's happening. And then when you go through something, when you feel like you're being under some kind of attack, whether it is a verbal attack, those subtle, subliminal, under the cuff slights at your expense that people try to disguise, right? Little comments, you know what I'm saying? Little looks at you or whatever. And if you're energetically sensitive, you can feel shit that people don't think you can feel. And they think you're dumb, but whatever. It's because you can feel. You don't need proof. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying, to bust somebody in saying something. It's like, I see your eyes and I feel your vibe. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying attention to how our dialogue gets down. And that's going to give me a lot about what's really happening here. So when you feel like that is happening and you're on the end of receiving that, it's nothing for any of us to fear. It's nothing for us to get hung up on. We can just look at it and go, okay, contrast, alchemy, all right, I realize what this is and why it is. I don't have to get attached to this whole energy and story. Let me readjust. Now I know what I need to know. I don't need a bull board. I don't need a bull horn. I don't even need to do a smear campaign. I just simply need to know where to hold them and where to fold them, where to put boundaries up, who I need to walk away from, who, you know what I'm saying? It's just giving me all the information that I need to determine who I'm going to watch, who I'm going to keep a watchful eye on, whether it's in the work environment, business and professional environment, friendships, lovers, family, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I know what to keep my eye out for. And it's giving me gauges of, all right, what type of boundaries do I need to create? In situations where maybe you can't just like go, okay, cut altogether. But, to kind of help you gauge, all right, how I'm going to navigate this dynamic. I know not to say nothing to this person because I know they have a tendency to be a gossip, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are just different things we know, because this is a lesson I'm still swallowing, you guys, one of the biggest things I've realized is if people are coming to you constantly gossiping, chances are they do that about you. This is something I've had to really swallow. Like, if somebody is talking to you and they're constantly gossiping about everybody else, honey child, let me tell you, child, did you know that home girl, homeboy, people feel like it's a fun energy and it's addictive, but it's very low vibrational. And it brings a lot of resistance and stagnation to law of attraction and manifestation in a higher vibrational way. Usually when people are in that energy, they typically, whatever they're sitting there saying to you, they're probably saying something about you to someone else. That's usually the case. And that's just food for thought. So jealousy. Not everything is jealousy. And one way for us to figure out things and what's what when we're dealing with humans and different dynamics and situations is to almost get a little bit silent and start paying attention, especially people that never want to let you get a word in edgewise. Now, let me explain. Bloom from within, love blooming. I'm talkative here with you guys, right? Because this is what I do. This is the purpose of why I'm here. But in my personal dynamics in life, it's not the same. I do have a balance between, I know how to sit and have a conversation with people and have a sincere interest in what they have to say and give them that room for that natural flow of exchange. That's development. But when you start paying attention and realizing that every time you get with this individual, there's something not natural about it, or it's something very narcissistic or self-centered or one-sided. Like, they want you there, but they're not really interested. You understand what I'm trying to say? They want you there. They want your presence. They want to engage, but only so that they can be heard. Whether it's bragging, whether it is, wanting you to be their cheerleader and kind of go, oh, and yeah, and, oh, but anytime when there's a sincere need for exchange, like, oh, okay, you share something about you. And then they can reply. I'm going to give an example to make this make sense here. Okay, help me, light team. Okay, so let's say you are out having a cup of coffee with a friend. And y'all just shooting the breeze to catch up, hanging out, nothing serious, just hanging, right? And trying to catch up, yada, yada. So y'all go, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you, girl? Good. How's it going? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So one person starts saying, yeah, this happened to me today at work, or my business, or my boyfriend, or whatever, and my kid, and yada, yada. And yeah, it's good. And, I'm hoping for this, and I'm trying to, build this, and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm just trying to have a nice cup of coffee with my friend here, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then the other person says, oh, okay, that's good. They can respond. Listen to where I'm going. The other person is engaging and responding, not just waiting for the person to stop talking so they can say all their stuff, right? So then they say, oh, okay, that sounds good. Okay, that's interesting. You see what I'm saying? They're engaging in what that person said. They're not just waiting for that person to pause or stop so that they can go on a rant about all their stuff, right? They're engaging. They have the capacity to engage because why? They have a sincere interest. They're not there just to dump off. They're not there whether it's dumping off their emotional baggage or there to brag. You understand what I'm trying to say? they have a sincere mutual exchange or interest, then the other person, after they share, oh, I've paid attention to what you said, that sounds interesting, oh, I hope they're doing good, oh, I hope that works out for you, I'm excited for you. They even have the capacity to encourage, I'm excited for you, I hope that works out, I hope you get the client, I hope you get, yada yada. It's good to see you, good to hear from you. You look good, you look well. You know what I'm saying? They're not so quick in a rush to turn the whole conversation over to about them. Right? I'll share some stuff in a minute here towards the end to kind of bring some buffers here. Because I'm aware that people have mental issues going on and people are dealing with depressions and all kinds of stuff. But even still, those are scenarios people need to go and get that clinical help. Right? I'm not saying that friendships aren't to share in that, but when it becomes where it's more about you're in a therapeutic role more than you are in a friend role, Excuse me one second, you guys. Girl, get over here and chill out. Sorry, guys. Doing too much out there, man. So I'm only sharing these examples to give you guys a gauge of how to recognize these things. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. Sorry, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm here. Give me a moment. All right. I'm only sharing these examples, sorry about that, to give you guys a gauge to recognize how it's playing out in an example form, like in conversations and day-to-day life, right? And these are situations where when this happens, you can simply gauge within yourself and go, okay. And if it's too much or overbearing, you can kind of, create a polite way to excuse yourself or end the hangout early, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you have to do, to kind of just shift it and kind of go, okay, I get what this is and where this person is. And if they need mental health assistance, you know what I'm saying? They've gone through something or whatever, or they're just, let's say they have so much bottled up inside and they haven't gotten the right kind of help, that's still not your responsibility, even as a friend or, a coworker, a lover or family member. It's like, it becomes unfair. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if there is a situation where somebody is having like some kind of a mental crisis, emotional crises, if that's kind of ongoing, if this makes sense, if it's ongoing, if your whole relationship and dynamic is always like that, then that person, they need to seek out, and this is not meant to be disrespectful or condescending at all. They need to seek out professional help. You know what I'm saying? That's for all of us. If it's where it's constant, we get around certain people and we constantly want to dump off. And it's like, is it fair to that other person? Is this a friendship or if this is therapeutic session? And this is really important, especially for healers, helpers, anybody in that kind of an industry or anybody who kind of have that kind of energy, because friendships often turns and it gets exploited. Oh, as soon as they get around you, because here comes the healer energy incarnate. Here she come. Here he come. And where this person may be looking for fun. People that are healers, you know what I'm saying? Reiki masters, healers, or whatever. They too, just like every other human being on the earth, they too desire to have healthy dynamics and healthy friendships or healthy exchanges where it's not all about them trying to emotionally be somebody's emotional band-aid or energetic. You see what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, I'm in therapy session and I ain't even getting paid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here we go. And it's constant. And then when it's time to flip it around, you can't get the same because they're not even energetically in the place to do it or mentally in a place to do it. So I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but jealousy, you know what I'm saying? There's some deeper core roots about jealousy that goes beyond the surface, where it's a lot to do with fear, scarcity, lack mentality, traumas that provoke people to conduct and behave in certain ways, whether they know this or not. And it becomes energetically and emotionally draining to be around such people. But because they're not self-aware, and if they're on the narcissistic spectrum, then they will be angered, you know, and triggered by that. And if they have any level of accomplishments in the 3D, in order to make themselves feel better about it versus actually go within, they rather say, oh, you know, they're just upset because, you know what I'm saying, I have this and I have that, and they're used to it where I didn't. And that's not always the case, I'm sorry to say. It's probably 80-40. It's probably 40% that some people are jealous and 80% that they're not in those cases. They just don't want to be around that energy. Ask yourself this question. Let's have some fun with this. Ask yourself this question. And be honest, like really sit. Don't say the answer that you think is kosher for you to say to yourself, but the real truth about how you feel. Do you want to be around anybody, an individual that is constantly making all of the conversations about them? Now think about it. Do you want to be around anybody that's constantly in this kind of arrogance, braggadocious energy? Think about it. Do you want to be around anybody that's, every time you're with them, they're always negative. They're always complaining. They're always talking about people every single time. And for the most of the percentage of the time in which you are around them or talking to them, do you want that? Think about it. Do you want to be in any dynamic where you feel like, where the energy or the dynamics are that you're always the giving energy and it's never reciprocated? Do you want to constantly be around that? Think about it. Let's say, for an example, let's say like we're trying to talk about here, like maybe you're an encourager, maybe you're a motivator, maybe this is a part of your natural dynamic. Maybe you have a way of seeing good in people and bringing that out and highlighting that. Maybe that's a natural thing about you. And people know that. But in these dynamics, do you want to always feel like it's always you? That in these dynamics, it is never sincerely, organically, authentically reciprocated. Do you want that? And please hear me out. I'm not talking about, none of us are the same. We all have our strengths and our vulnerabilities. None of us, you know what I'm saying? But people use those sayings as an excuse to not make effort, you guys. That's something else I want to shine a light on. People use that as an excuse to not make an effort when they don't want to make an effort. If someone sincerely loves and cares for you, even if it's not as natural to them as it may be to you, their desire and their sincere interest in you as a person will cause them to want to improve, to want to try to engage and meet you. Okay? People hide behind those statements. Even when we talk about love language, I'm going all over the place here, but there's truth in all that stuff. But more often than not, stuff comes from people not just plain old lazy hell. Let's just cut to the chase shit. You know, shit. Like not wanting to make an effort. They're comfortable in how they are and how they do things. And if they don't have to be different and make an effort to show people anything different, then they're not going to. But if it's imbalance and yet they want more and more from you, there's something wrong with that, isn't it? Okay? So anyway, to go back and close and wrap this up, I think I want to pull a card, because I know you guys, most of you all come on here for those reasons when I go live. So for the sake of fun and Mystic Monday and the topic of jealousy, I think I might pull a card right here for you guys real quick, because I'm going to upload this to the YouTube for people to go back and look at. Jealousy is whoever's on your mind and whatever you're dealing with in terms of this whole topic, right? If you're asking, is this person jealous? Even if it's hidden, even if it's passive aggressive, even if it's covert jealousy, because some people are skilled. They're skilled at masking and stuff, okay? So, is it jealousy? Is it jealousy? And then how should I proceed in handling this dynamic? Right? I think I want to get just 2 pulls. Make it simple. I'm not going to give you guys a full spread and reading. That'll take forever. Right? But just to make it simple, for those of you who may end up asking the question, is this jealousy? Is so-and-so, whoever that is, are they jealous? Right? And how should I proceed? So give me a second. I'm about to pull that for you guys.
When you get done with crying, I have to kill this fly.
All right. Wow. Even as I'm having this discussion, what's funny is when I came on, I was all calm, but having this discussion, I could feel the tension around this. I can actually, I am clairsentient. I could literally feel like the tension, the anxiety, and in some cases, some people's energy of animosity, and because that's a very toxic, low vibrational energy But my love and light, may they be well. All I'm going to do is keep sending love and light, Reiki, positive energy, and putting up buffers and shields in my life, and energetically, and it's like, yeah, may they be well. Hell. Yeah. All right, let's do it, guys. All right, light team, move some of this out the way. Okay. All right. I evoke the violet fire, golden white light, circle of love, circle of light, circle of protection, circle of reflection around me, this space, TikTok, this live, the viewers. Light team, amplify my intentions. Merkaba, increase, clear my energy field. My intention is to ground through my root chakra, my feet into Gaia. Amplify buffers and shields, please, team, in my energy field. Archangels, Ascended Masters, assist with cord extraction. Quantum surgery. And just love and light. I want to amplify love energy, amplify high soul energy, radiate that in my fields and in this space. Even around this topic of jealousy, team, the difference between jealousy and people separating from circumstances or people due to someone's, whether it's mental illness, low vibration, or someone's personality traits, or whatever we want to call it. Help us to see clearly and understand, but may healing and release for those who want it, those who are ready for it, those who are open to it, those who are truly ascending, awakening, and trying to really sincerely be the best versions of themselves, no matter what side of the spectrum they're on. My intention, team, is total alchemy to the templates that's based in fear and ego, and to the energy codes of jealousy and envy, and to all of the subsequent smear campaigns, gaslighting, projections, and anything else that flows from that frequency. May it be neutralized, alchemized, and may guidance and wisdom be provided in terms of how to handle any dynamics that people are in that maybe it doesn't permit them to cut ties completely. But may wisdom and clarity be provided for them in cases where this is happening. Please and thank you. Power animals, you know what to do. Galactic Soul Fams, I invite you in too. This is about the topic of discussion on Mystic Mondays, jealousy. Those who may end up coming on asking. They may have a situation, a circumstance, an individual on their mind, and they're wondering, is this person jealous of me? Or shucks, am I jealous of them? Because those that are truly self-aware and introspection, they're not afraid to look at the possibility that they actually may be the one. That's a truly introspective person. So whichever side, if jealousy is an influence in a particular dynamic, and being able to own it with love and shift by their divinity and free will if they really want it. And oh yeah, team, for those who do need help, light team, may they be well. Those who are like just going through a whole lot, whether it's pandemic related or loss of family or anything like that, light team, that has caused them to be in an energetic state of really needing some emotional support or mental health assistance, may they find that. May they energetically find something that is qualified and suitable and healthy for them, so that they don't dump all of that off onto their personal friendships, lovers, family members, and connections, please. I just saw the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. See, yeah, I told you guys, and here's the Nine of Pentacles. So some people may be jealous of their independence, okay? All right. Let's do it. Light team. Is jealousy affecting a dynamic? Is jealousy affecting a dynamic that's on the mind of the collective that this resonates with here? Is jealousy an influence? Is jealousy light? Is jealousy an influence in someone here? Yep. The Queen of Swords came out side by side with the Six of Wands. And so the Six of Wands is a victory card. It's fire energy, fire and air, right? But the thing about the Six of Wands, with the question that we're asking, people that have a jealousy energy or frequency want to win at all costs. And that's what the Six of Wands also represent. Being next to this Queen of Swords, which is known as the Ice Queen. So they're willing to cut. They're willing to be cold, calculating. They may not be aware of it. But the Queen of Swords, if jealousy is at the root, Queen of Swords have been through a whole lot. Okay, when she's in her low vibration, if she's not mentally well, if she has some kind of personality or chemical imbalance, or she just gone through a lot and she hasn't dealt with it, hear me out, you guys. She hasn't truly dealt with it from the inside. She can be, Queen of Swords ain't no joke, even if she in a high vibration, okay? But if she's not in alignment with her divinity, she's going to be jealous. She's going to have a jealous streak to her because she wants to win at all costs. And she wants to win at all costs because she's gone through a lot and she hasn't dealt with her pain. Right? And so it kind of vibrates out of her and all of her dynamics. Okay? So for some of you, this is certainly the case. Whether it's you or the individual, only you will know the real deal here, right? But jealousy is certainly that, it's clear as day. And here's my confirmation. The Ace of Swords represents truth and clarity. It means it is the truth. Boom. It is the truth. Okay? Yeah. And see, yeah. We got Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Some of you it's romantic based. Triangulation. Some of you is within family dynamics. And here's the Five of Swords. Yeah, so that's my confirmation right there. Okay, so yeah. To answer the question, some of y'all's dynamics, or whoever's on your mind, there's some kind of jealous influence. Source, Gaia, and the higher realms know where is it coming from, but it's there. Okay, so now let's see what kind of guidance to come out in terms of how to deal with it. Okay, those of you are asking us, saying like, okay, so now what? She's saying it's there. Now what? Light team, can we get some high vibrational loving guidance for them, for those who want to know? Oh, see, look at the Tower. See, some of these individuals that are operating in that jealous frequency, currently they're going through a lot of Tower moments. Okay, and I want to get into what I'm feeling and picking up because this is not a full reading. But as I started shuffling, I saw this at the bottom of the deck because they haven't, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. Light team, thank you. Let's keep it high vibe. and get some guidance. And here's the death card. Yeah, some of them are going through a lot of endings in their lives because transformation is needed. But anyways, you may be going through stuff too, but that's the message that I'm picking up as I'm shuffling here. Oh, and I just saw the King of Cups because they need to become emotionally balanced and mature. Dang. Some of them is karma they're dealing with too, I just saw. Whew. Anyway, let me get off of this. I ain't trying to make this a reading team. I was just trying to give us a couple cards. Okay, for the collective that's asking how to proceed or how to handle this dynamic, what is the messages from tarot here of how they need to proceed in the 3D? Please and thank you for those who are staying. Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. Okay, so you're being asked to stand your ground. This is all about standing ground. You know, in a healthy way, defend yourself with the Page of Cups. This is water energy. This is fire energy. So this may have something to do with fire signs or water signs or in the chart somewhere, as well as air. So we have fire, air, and water. Okay. So you guys are just being asked to just stand your ground. Like you see how one is holding the cup and one is standing ground. So the way you handle the dynamic, put it this way. If you're on the end of receiving the jealousy, you're being asked to stand your ground, right? It doesn't have to be mean. It's just, you know, you haven't done anything. You know, you don't deserve that treatment. You know what I'm saying? You're not being asked to kiss ass or dim your light or, you know what I'm saying, pretend or anything. Okay, you're just being asked, okay, just hold ground. Stand your ground, be you. Stand up for yourself. If the person that's in the jealousy energy, they're being asked to, first of all, they need to grow up because the Page of Cups is a young and immature energy. He's making a mess if you look at this picture. Okay, emotionally immature. They're being asked to deal with their things, okay, that's causing that. And they're also being called, the Page of Cups is also the apology card, okay? So they're being asked to go within and deal with their emotional immaturity and look at what's hurting them so they can heal. It's not judgmental. It's just so they can deal with this. Because if they don't, they're going to keep in that same frequency. So they're being asked, like, you look at yourself. Look at all this mess you made. It's time. Emotionally mature and grow up and become emotionally responsible. Some people are financially responsible, but they are mentally, verbally, and emotionally irresponsible. Okay? And they're being asked to look at that, and if there is an amends or apology needed, if there's been some kind of treatment or external behaviors, they're being asked to own it, apologize. Yeah, we see it because we got, some of you have suffered because of this stuff. You got the 4 of Swords, you got the betrayal card, you know what I'm saying? Some of you have suffered as a result of people's jealousy. Yeah. So there you have it, you guys. That's what you guys need to do. Stand your ground here, okay? If you're the one receiving it, jealousy from individuals, if you know you were kind of being jealous and you kind of was emotionally immature and you made some messes, you're being called to action, to heal, to look at yourself, to be self-reflective, and to apologize. Just gonna call it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. Because that's what's in the cards. Okay. Now let's get us a calm, peace and calm card. I feel like it's necessary after this, man. So that's an ugly energy. I hate it. I hate it. Light team. To assist with those that are dealing with that kind of energy being projected at them. Actually, for both, for all involved, to get into a state of peace here. and not be in that energy. It's an ugly energy, man. You can be fine as wine, but if you carrying around that energy, it ain't. Woo! That's all I'm gonna say. Light team. Welcome, everybody. If anybody's here, I don't even know. But if you are, thank you. I'm about to wrap this up. This was just actually Mystic Monday's discussion on jealousy, what it is and what it ain't. Okay, we talked a lot about that. Dynamics, mental illness, emotional illness, needing professional help, personality disorders, and how they play out in dynamics. The energy of jealousy, how it comes off, and then the myths about jealousy when it's about people just don't want to be around toxicity and having nothing to do with having a problem with someone's success or someone's, you know what I'm saying, looks or appearance. Okay. Because there are really people, I'm telling you, I've come in contact with some. There are some people, soulful individuals that are on the planet that it's not that they don't have stuff or that they don't like stuff, but that's just not their primary goal in life. They realize the value of humans, the value of connections and people beyond the materialism of the world. That's true beauty. Okay. Light team. What's some guidance here to assist with those who are introspective, doing the work, trying to be their best version, to get them in a state of calm regarding this situation, this topic of jealousy here? They're dealing with it in their environments or their workplaces, relationships, family, friends. The best way to live a stress-free life is to learn how to swim in the ocean of uncertainty. That's one of the cards that just came out. And what I'm picking up with all this blue here is very calming, but it's also knowing your truth with the throat chakra. Speaking your truth, living your truth, knowing your truth. And then accepting that in some cases, there's just nothing that can be done. You know, some things we can't fix, we can't resolve. And when it comes to cases like this, just don't engage. That's a part of it. It's like, well, it is what it is. Accept that about it. Okay? But with this throat chakra, remember to know your own truth and hold on to that. Don't be gaslit. Don't allow people's illusions and projections to mind fuck you or to try to distort what you know, you sense and feel in something, right? Because your body is intelligent. It's very intelligent. It's going to give off signals that some ain't right, no matter if they can have a smile from here to the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? They could portray all sorts of things, but you know what I'm saying, you're going to feel it. And you know what you've experienced with somebody, no matter what is being said about something. So that's what I'm feeling like in order to stay in stress-free is kind of like, okay, know your truth. And when you need to speak, if it's a call to action, then speak your truth if it's necessary. But then let everything else go, okay? At the bottom of the deck, yeah, this makes sense. All right, I'll share these three from the bottom with you guys. Okay, so we have the way to happiness is keep your heart free from hate. Yes, Lord. Woo! Keep your heart free And it's easy to fall into that when it's unfair. You know, you suffer unjustly from people being jealous, right? Keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. Live simply, give much, fill your life with love. So simplify. Like, don't get caught up in complicated shit with people. Don't get caught up in competition with people. Don't get caught up in that shit. It's like, be you, give from your heart, fill your life with love. The aim of life is to live, and to live means to be aware, joyously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware. So what I'm picking up with this is stay in a state of awareness, not paranoia, not going on a hunt for it. Awareness just means you're being present and aware of what's going on around you, what you're sensing in your body, about situations, about people. So in this case, about the person that you're dealing with. If it's somebody that you can't just cut off, be aware. Stay in awareness, okay? And lastly, I think this came out the other day, how to make progress. Expand your heart, expand your consciousness, and become happy by establishing your oneness with the world. Yeah, it came out the other day. So what I'm sensing with that is many of you are going, in order to stay balanced within yourself, find ways to, get grounded, get in nature, clear your energy, connect to the oneness of Earth, Gaia. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. And then also, if you're able to find like-minded connections. I know we can't all do it, you know what I'm saying? But whether it be online, if you feel a vibe and they're feeling yours, as much as you can to kind of counterbalance that other energy, try to find that, okay? That's how you become more happy and not feel so affected by someone else's mental and emotional state or someone else's jealousy, okay? All right, you guys, that is all. I sent you guys much love, hugs, and kisses. Thank you for joining me on Mystic Monday's discussion / tarot reading, right? On the topic of jealousy. All right, not everything is jealousy. Okay, but some things are. It's up to us to get in tune with ourselves, to become self-aware, and to learn to know the difference, and to start to pay attention in these dynamics where we sense there's something not quite right, okay? Until next time, I send you guys love and light. Everything is energy. Welcome, everybody. We're wrapping it up. You're very welcome. Whoever said thank you. Thank you for being here and listening. I hope it helped. You guys, listen, everything is energy. Balance is our key. Live for yourself. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself and honor yourself. Because at the end of the day, you sit with yourself. You are with yourself, okay? Hugs and kisses, love and light, and namaste.